Global politics is once again shaken by explosive allegations, hidden power plays, and unanswered questions that stretch far beyond borders and headlines. Was the arrest of Venezuela's president a genuine pursuit of justice or a calculated geopolitical move shaped by years of hostility between Washington and Caracas? Did the shadow of former U.S. President Donald Trump influence decisions that now threaten to redefine international law, sovereignty, and power politics? And most importantly, is global justice applied equally or selectively weaponized against strategic rivals? To answer these questions, I, Ping, will be with you throughout this report. Stay with me. The controversy surrounding the alleged arrest of the Venezuelan president cannot be understood in isolation because it is deeply rooted in a long and complex history of confrontation between the United States and Venezuela, a relationship shaped by ideology, oil, power, and influence in Latin America. Venezuela has for decades positioned itself as a vocal opponent of U.S. dominance in the region, particularly since the rise of socialist governance that emphasized state control over oil resources and resistance to Western economic models. This ideological divergence transformed Venezuela from a regional player into a symbol of defiance against American influence, making its leadership a consistent target of diplomatic pressure, sanctions, and international scrutiny. Against this backdrop, allegations that the Venezuelan president was unfairly arrested under pressure linked to the administration of Donald Trump are seen by critics not as an isolated legal matter, but as the culmination of a long-term strategy aimed at weakening an adversarial government. Supporters of this view argue that the language of justice and accountability has often been used as a political instrument in global affairs, particularly when dealing with governments that refuse to align with U.S. strategic interests. From this perspective, the arrest appears less like a neutral enforcement of international law and more like a continuation of economic and political warfare by other means. For years, U.S. policy toward Venezuela has revolved around sanctions, financial restrictions, diplomatic isolation, and open calls for political change, all justified under the banner of restoring democracy and protecting human rights. These measures have had a profound impact on Venezuela's economy and society, limiting access to international markets and increasing internal instability. Critics argue that when such pressure fails to produce regime change, legal actions and international